Oh my God. Oh, I don't believe what I've just read on Twitter. I feel sick. Claude from AFTV, well, he's not on AFTV anymore, has died. I mean, I don't know whether everybody knows who it is, but this is from his Twitter. We can't believe we are writing this with permission from Claude's father. It is with great sadness and a broken heart that we have to announce that our dear friend and legend Claude sadly passed away yesterday afternoon, the 29th of March. Oh, well, I mean, thoughts go out to obviously his friends and family and to anybody who watched his content. I mean, I had the pleasure of doing some videos with him, and I know things happened with AFTV, and I know Robbie, and I know that that was all really regrettable how it ended, and there was issues that I hopefully got resolved. I don't know whether they ever did, but what I would say is that I think you can see somebody on a TV screen, you can see somebody on a phone screen, and it's very easy to be critical. It's very easy to be praise and everything like that. But I've met this man. I was fortunate enough to meet that man, and what a nice guy to just sit and have a chat of football with. And I'm really stunned. I'm really stunned by that, because life's short, people. It really is. Life's a gift, and it's so short, and it's sad. It's really sad, because these people I've watched. I've done content with Claude. I've watched his content, and you grow a relationship with them, whether it's on your phone or TV, whatever. And it's just really sad. I'll tell you a story about Claude. When we had this is coming into my head straight away. When we were playing United Stand, remember United Stand? There's some videos on the channel about it. We were playing a friendly in London, and it was a really hot day. And AFTV had just started, and Claude was involved with the AFTV football team. And we just turned up, and he was there, and we were taking a piss, saying, "Oh, you're here to scout us," and everything like that. And he was like, "Oh, no, I only live around the corner. I just thought I'd come and watch you play." And he stood on the side with us, and it was really hot. And he said, "Have you got any water?" And we bloody left it back at home. So whilst he was like, "Don't worry about it." So because we were in the middle of the game, and then about 15 minutes later, he came back with a load of water that he'd been and bought from the shops and stuff. And it's only a little story, but he was, in my experience, really nice guy. And I'm really, really sad to hear that. And sad news coming out this morning that Claude, formerly of AFTV, but Arsenal football fan content, has sadly passed away, has been announced on social media this morning. So really, really sad. And I think Claude and Ty, for me, were always two of my favourites on there. I mean, I nothing against any of the others, but I felt they were I think in my experience, Claude and Ty are the two most genuine people on that channel, beyond Robbie. And I do like DT. I do like DT. We've had our history, but the two most genuine people Robbie's had on that channel, in my experience, are Claude and Ty.
I've got to say it. The real unfortunate news of this week was one of my good friends, someone I did a podcast with. And when you do a podcast, you're sitting there speaking to them for 2 to 3 hours, off camera, on camera. You're really getting to know them. It ain't just like a quick YouTube video. And yes, 3 weeks ago, we got him on as Prem Predictions. He's one of our last guests. Of course, I'm talking about Claude, the legend himself, who unfortunately lost his battle to mental health a few days ago. His father reported it on his social media. And I just want to say, everybody put rest in peace to Claude in the chat. I mean, as a community, I feel like we need to come together and just remember him. He was one of the nicest guys in this community. I think he always came across as like a top bloke. When I met him and actually had a proper chat with him for 3 hours and actually got to know what he's really like off camera, on the podcast, on camera, you could really tell he's just a lovely guy and he's been very unlucky with life. in terms of personal life, which we're not going to get into because I don't think it's fair on him to just go on about that. It's not information that his family probably want me to say on camera, but I can tell you the guy's been very unlucky with life over different things, different paths. It's not gone his way. And I think all of that accumulated, and it's a real shame to know that he's not here today. He is somewhere up there. I do believe in God. I believe in heaven, and I genuinely believe that's where he is with his mother, as he wanted to be. And I genuinely mean the absolute best for him and his family and his friends and everyone else who's going through a bit of a tough time, just thinking that he's not here anymore. Like, generally, even, I think it's underrated, even you guys. I think people don't understand that even, like, you guys can get serious. How you doing, Thog Dad?
Hey, not bad. Yeah, horrible news about Claude. I was listening to that. Awful, just awful. To think that a few weeks ago he was bantering with us. He was a guest on our Premier League predictions.
Yeah.
I mean, I went back and watched the interview you did with him.
With the
Theo.
podcast, yeah.
It's heavy stuff. I mean, you as an 18-year-old, in some ways, it's hard to deal with. What Claude was saying, at age 57, clearly in a difficult place. And I would echo what Theo's just said. If any of you are suffering, you must be talking to someone. You must talk to someone. Now, that can be a parent, friend, family. If that's not possible, you could call Childline. If you're young, you can call the Samaritans.
Absolutely.
Talk to someone openly. Do not suffer in silence.